Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this section, I'm going to talk about the internet in general. Right, for example, this is a company's network. There are two data centers here. Right, in data center 1, as you can see, this web server, DNS server, database server, email server, all these servers are connected to the leaf switches. And then up to the leaf switch, there are span switches that aggregate the traffic from the leaf switches, then hand off to the super span routers. From the super span routers, you can connect the core routers and then the border routers, then to the service provider network, so the company can access the internet like Google, Facebook, Amazon. And on the other side of the data center, there is another like two core routers here, and then you connect, in between these two data center for the traffic, travels the two data center. Okay, in the service provider network is generally more complicated, right? They have more routers and switches and more servers. So normally the service provider network, they are running MPLS VPN, either layer 2 or layer 3 VPN to provide the services for different customers, right? And on this side, there is a small office network. As you can see, there is a switch that is used to connect to the service provider. And behind the switch, there is a firewall router. This firewall router can protect those devices inside the office, right? Behind the firewall, we can connect the AP. AP is access point, right? The AP is to provide Wi-Fi access for the cell phones and laptops that can move around in the office, right? And also you can connect a switch behind the firewall so that you connect more devices on the switch. Okay. On this right side, there's a home internet diagram. Normally, the service provider will send you a Wi-Fi router or modem, and then you connect the Wi-Fi router to the service provider through Ethernet cable or fiber, or sometimes they're using TV cable, right? And then behind the Wi-Fi router, you have your own cell phones and laptops and everything else. You can use the Wi-Fi signal to connect to the internet, right? Let's take a look at the second slide. This slide is talking about the Ethernet cable, right? This is a pre-made Ethernet cable. As you can see, there are connectors. This connector is called RJ45 connector, and this is a cable, right? Cable, we have Cat5e cable or Cat6e cable. Cat6e cable is bigger and thicker. It can provide 1 GE throughput. Cat5e cable can only provide maximum 100 meg, right? This picture showing up the pin out, right, in the connector. If you put the connector like this way, you can see the sequence of the wires inside the connector, right, from 1 to 8. And this picture shows up the color code of each pins in the connector, right? But be aware of that the Ethernet cable can only provide like 100 meters transport, right? If you have devices that are far away from 100 meters, then you need a fiber, okay? So this is a fiber, right? Look at this fiber. It's pre-made fiber with a connector, right? These are the connector types for the fiber cable, right? Obviously, inside the fiber, there are two cables here. One is for receiving, the other is for transmitting, right? This picture shows up the different type of fiber, right? This is a single mode fiber. As you can see, the single mode fiber is orange color, right? And then this is multi-mode fiber. This multi-mode fiber can be different colors, right? Obviously, the single mode fiber can transmit longer distance than multi-mode fiber. Okay. These slides will show up the actual router and switches, and also the SFPs that used to connect to the switch or router, and for the fiber or Ethernet cable to connect to the SFP, right? Look at this switch is from Cisco, and this switch from Nokia, and this router is ASR 9K, is from Cisco, and this router is 7750 SR1S is from Nokia. Right here, I need to mention something for the SFP. Right, there are copper SFPs. This copper SFP can plug into the switch or router so that the Ethernet cable can plug into this port on the copper SFP. Right, for this switch, as you can see, you cannot connect the fiber or Ethernet cable directly to the port. Right, you have to plug in certain SFP, like this. All the port are 10 gig, right? You need to plug into this type of SFP. It's called SFP plus, right? Then you can connect the fiber on this SFP. Okay, for some of the port, like this port, are 100 gig. So you need to plug in the 100 gig QSFP28 into this port, and so that you can plug in the fiber on this port, right? This router also provides 100 gig for each port. So each port you need to plug in the SFP so that you can plug in the fiber cable. Okay. This is a home router. It's a D-Link router. As you can see, this is a WAN. This port is WAN port. This port is used to connect to the ISP, and the other port, like you can connect the RD45 connector, directly to those ports that you can connect to your PC, right, at home, or use the Wi-Fi signal, right? So this slide is showing up a server, right? Two servers here, and Dell R630 server and HPE DL380 GEN10, right? This server, as you can see from the front, there are many like hard drives. It's hard disk, right? If you open up the cover, you can see there are two CPU sockets for this server. So you can plug in two CPU, right? And this is a power supply model, and these are the fans. This is the front hard drive. But if you look at the back of this server, you can see there are Ethernet ports that you can connect to the switch or Wi-Fi router so that you can connect to the internet for the server, right? HPE server is similar architecture as Dell server. I think that's for today. I think if you like, please subscribe. I'm going to create more videos later for the network engineers to do the switch and routers stuff. Okay, thank you very much.